Shalom, 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 family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High of Mashiach Yahweh. Shalom. Get my camera adjusted a little bit here. Let me see. Hopefully that's good. All right, shalom. I'm a little early, y'all. I was gonna come on at 1 a.m. But I'm a little early. Hopefully not gonna be on here too long. All praise to the Most High of Mashiach Yahweh. Shalom. Shalom. Who's coming in the building? Shalom. Josh. Shalom. Issachar. Ariel. Ephraimite Banya Sha'ala. Shalom family. Shalom. All praise to the Most High of Mashiach Yahweh for being up late tonight with the elder. Salak, let me get my chair up a little bit. All praises. All right, so Shalom family, hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button as you come in. Shalom family, Shalom. Ashar Kadash Rock. Happy new Brew true moon. 4th month. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let the people in here match the likes. Hit the like button. Subscribe. It don't cost you nothing but a click of the finger. So Shalom family. And now for the late show. No folly like the honeymooners. So welcome to a late edition of the new moon 4th month. Y'all know Elder. Sometime I go live late because I don't want to clash with the other lives that be on during prime time, the 7, 8, 9 o'clock time. Sometimes we have 2, 3, 4 lives on. Shout out to H.O.I. Philadelphia, Captain Kasaja. Shout out to Elder Penuel, H.O.I. Detroit, Melchizedek. The brothers out there, Yahweh, all the brothers in H.O.I. Detroit. I think Illinois was live. I'm not sure. Shout out to Cap in Illinois. I think they were live. I didn't see them, but I believe they were. If not, they was live in the spirit. So I try to go late. I try to go live late so that I don't clash with the other lives. All right. Shalom family. Sister Daniela in the building. Shalom. Ashar Kadash Rock. Happy new moon. The water for being up with me on the late night. All praises to the Most High of Mashiach Yahweh. So, again, now for the late edition. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. In the name of his son, Hamashiach Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly calls God in Christ. But in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue, that's the names we know them by. So, family, there's a lot going on in the world. But we're going to concentrate on ourselves a little bit tonight because as much as we see going on in the earth, right? As much as we see going on in the earth, we have to make sure we're right. All right? We have to make sure that we are right in the spirit. All right? Don Israel Talmid, Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Brother Josh, happy new brew moon. Happy new brew true moon. 4th month. All praise to the Most High Yahweh. I say true out of humility. Not to say, before anybody gets simple, not to say anybody else's new moon is wrong. Just, I'm trying to come back to our true, righteous, and holy days to the best of our ability. So, Shalom, everybody. Hope everybody's blessed. Hope everybody's keeping cool. It's hot as heaven. Right? I just came back from the West Coast, man. LA and Las Vegas. It was 110 out there. They teasing me saying, Elder, you brought the hot weather back with you. It's I think 103 today. in New York and New Jersey. Don Israel, Shalom. Wake up Israel, Shalom. Tuning in from the UK. Watch me before you go to plantation. Shalom. Justin G, you will be blocked. Tariq Nasheed. Nigga, I don't even know what that means. I do listen to Tariq Nasheed. I'm not Tariq Nasheed. He's him. I'm me. I do listen to the brother. Just like I listen to an Edomite breaking down a documentary on YouTube. If they got good information and I fact check it and it's true information, then I guess that makes me a Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, Dr. Umar. Yep, I listened to my brother. Shout out to Dr. Umar. He showed love to the Israelites recently. Shalom. Everybody giving it up to this truth, yo. It is what it is. Stop hating. Don't hate, appreciate. All right? Don't hate, appreciate. These prophecies is the Lord's work. It's not us, it's the Lord's work. So don't hate. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the black conscious woke community, they paying homage. They may not believe fully what we believe and the scriptures, but the Most High got the spirit of awakening in the earth. We done read that scripture. We done beat that scripture like a dead horse. Right? Joel 2:27 on down. The Lord said He's gonna pour His spirit upon all flesh. We don't have to read it. We read it for years, and we'll keep reading it in camp, classes, whatever. The water. Yeah, Mitri, the water. Little H.O.I joint, little H.O.I flavor. Kwame Shala. Right? That's Travis in the building. Shalom King. To the house of David and Shakadash Rock. Shalom. Brother Trav. And his brother, my brother Judah Malak. Brothers always having my back. Keeping me in prayer. Always making sure the elder is good. Appreciate y'all brothers for that. That's very, very, very important. Appreciate brothers always. You know, you'd be surprised who the Lord put in front of you, man, to hold you down. Sometimes the people you expect, they're nowhere to be found. Sometimes it's the people you least expect, you know, that show true love. So shout out to Brother Travis and his brother Judah Malak, always holding the elder down and always checking on me, making sure I'm good. Shalom King, happy new moon, and Shakadash Rock. So let me stop rambling on first and foremost. Let me stop rambling on and get into it. So tonight's lesson, as y'all can see, it's Happy New Brew Moon, 4th month. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. World War III, maybe. But are you ready, Israel? Luke 1:17. That's the title of the class. I know it's kind of long. I do long titles, but that's what we're going to get into briefly tonight. Most I will. Not going to be on here too long. But a lot of y'all over the last week, sinners treat back to back, whatever that means. Over the last 5 days to a week, a lot of y'all got excited by World War III. All right, or what you thought was leading up to World War III, right? Yeah, hot as heaven. But anyway, so Israel bombed Iran. Iran retaliated. I did a video, I want to say last Wednesday, I did a video about Trump saying he might bomb Iran, he might not bomb Iran. Then they turn around and so-called bomb Iran nuclear sites. Then Trump said, that's it. We destroyed their nuclear weapons. Ceasefire. And then Iran and Israel said, the hell with that. Ceasefire. Israel sent some little overlapping missiles that Trump said he didn't. He didn't tell them to send, so on and so forth. So that's what's been going on. So we're going to go right here. I'm not going to stay too long on the war, but I want you brothers and sisters to understand, no matter what, J. Secure Cage, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. That scripture is in the arsenal, all right? Some of the obvious ones that y'all know. But I'm going to touch on one or two updates on the war, this so-called war, because we ain't seen nothing yet. Like I said, call me when it's nukes and chariots. All right, this is wars and rumors of wars. Matthew 24, what we're witnessing now. Matthew 24:5 on down. But it is part of prophecy. The tough talk is in the air, so that all goes on with prophecy. But what I want to get into, Israel, is whether it's World War III today, tomorrow, or next week, or the next 10 years. All right? Are you ready? Because a lot of y'all jumping up on it. World War III, yeah. Oh, it's going down. Oh, we about to be. World War III just started. And then Trump said, man, everybody shut the F up. Y'all know what y'all doing. And stop harming each other. See that the Most High can just abruptly stop things. Right? So you got to understand something. Either way, you got to stay in the spirit and be ready and prepared at all times. Let me get some of these people out of here. All right, so, because I see a lot of y'all, you hit me up. Elder, you going to talk about the war? And that's another thing. Y'all don't have to, every time something happen on the news, and I don't mean no disrespect. This is all out of love, y'all. Every time something happen on the news, y'all don't have to ask us if we're going to talk about it. We've been talking about it. Right? Yeah, bug out spray, gun. We've been talking about it. We're going to continue to talk about it, and we're going to keep talking about it. So a lot of y'all get hyped up and excited because Israel, I'm a chastise y'all. A lot of y'all want to be entertained. I'm going to say that to you how we shall come back. But are you getting yourself right? Are you working on your spirit? Are you just an internet Israelite? You want us to talk about everything happening in the news so you can be excited and entertained. But are you really working on yourself and your spirit? Everybody understand? Con, give me a con 777. Do y'all know the importance of that? We can get all excited about prophecy, but you got to make sure you're right and you're moving in the spirit. Because a lot of y'all want to be entertained. You want us to you want every camp to make 1,000 videos about prophecy so you can be entertained. But are you working on yourself and your spirit? Everybody give me a con 777 if y'all understand. All right, so we're gonna start out with this article. Right? It says U.S. strikes did not destroy. This is the BBC 2 hours ago. The BBC right here, BBC Online News. I'll show y'all. All right, that's the BBC Online News. U.S. strikes did not destroy Iran nuclear program, says intelligence assessment. It says, watch Trump responds to reports U.S. strikes did not destroy Iran nuclear program. I might play the video. Let me see how long is the video. 1 second, y'all. Let it load up. Oh, it's 27 seconds. I'll play it. Okay. All right, so check this out. We're just going to hit 1 or 2 articles, talk about this briefly. But I want to get into y'all, Israel, making sure we're right and we're as ready as possible for that day of World War III and Yahweh's second coming. If y'all understand, give me a second con 777. All right, here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
They hit the target perfectly, wiped it out. And the press is very disrespectful. I saw CNN fake news going, well, maybe it wasn't a perfect hit, it was perfect. They said maybe it did destroy it. We agree, it did destroy it, but maybe it could have destroyed it more. No, it couldn't have destroyed it more. Everyone hit. And it's very disrespectful to those great geniuses and patriots that flew those planes through tremendous dangers.
Right, so Trump said they're lying. It did hit the target. Trump been losing his mind the last couple of days. Did y'all hear that? Give me a con 777. Matter of fact, give me a con 17 if y'all heard the video. All right, so this is the BBC International News. Again, so I'm going to read a little bit of the article, y'all. It says the U.S. strikes and the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities did not destroy. Give me a con, not the number 17, just one number 7. All right, if y'all heard it. I'll play it again at the end. So real quick, the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities did not destroy the country's nuclear program and probably only set it back by months, according to an early Pentagon intelligence assessment of the attack. The Islamic Republic's stockpile of enriched uranium was not eliminated in Saturday's bombings. Sources familiar with the Defense Intelligence Agency evaluation told the BBC's U.S. partner CBS. The White House said the flat-out wrong assessment was leaked by a lower-level loser in the intelligence community. So they basically saying some low-level loser in the Iranian government leaked that the strikes didn't do anything. President Donald Trump again declared the nuclear sites in Iran completely destroyed and accused media of an attempt to demean one of the most successful military strikes in history. The U.S. struck 3 nuclear facilities in Iran, Salakia, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, with bunker buster bombs capable of penetrating 18 meters, 60 feet of concrete, or 61 meters, 200 feet of earth before exploding. Now, remember, if y'all saw my live from last week, I brought that out. All right, they were going to drop the bunker busters on. And the bunker buster is supposed to be the largest bomb before the nuclear missile. It's right above the Moab bomb, the mother of all bombs, and it's right below the nuclear bomb. So Trump was bragging that we dropped the biggest bomb we have on them outside of the nuclear bomb. How could you say we didn't destroy their nuclear facilities? It's getting funny, y'all, right? Most I got a sense of humor, right? Entrances to 2, Salakia, but sources familiar with the Pentagon's intelligence assessment say Iran's centrifuges are largely intact and the impact was limited to above ground structures. Now, remember, I told y'all on my live last week, I believe Iran got nukes already. Honestly, I could be wrong. But I believe they got the nukes already. With Russia, China, and North Korea backing them up, I believe they got the nukes already, or they're very close to having them. But that's just me. Entrances to 2 nuclear facilities were sealed off, and some infrastructure was destroyed or damaged, but much of the facilities, which are deep underground, escaped the brunt of the blast. The anonymous sources told U.S. media it is estimated the attack only set Iran back a few months tops, and that any resumption of its nuclear program may be based on how long it takes the country to dig out and make repairs. So, no, Father, they said, man, America, you just hit the topsoil, man. You just hit the topsoil. You didn't get all the way underground. We're going to get our, like I was saying, the Lord created the Smith in Isaiah 54. The Smith are like the nuclear scientists and the engineers. I know before I said the scientists, but the engineers and basically the people and the crews that come together to make these nuclear bombs, the iron workers or whatever the case may be that come together to make these nuclear bombs. That's the Smith in Isaiah 54 and 16, and the waste to destroy. I brought that out on my other live. Go back to my other live. Iran versus Israel. Trump may or may not bomb Iran. That's on here on Zabak 12. But anyway, the anonymous sources told U.S. media it is estimated the attack only set Iran's backs few months tops, and that any resumption of its nuclear program may be based on how long it takes the country to dig out and make repairs. So they only bombed the topsoil, man. Right? They said, Allahu Akbar, blue. We're going to blow y'all up fully, but y'all only bombed our topsoil, no folly. All right, they're going to go in there like, any of y'all remember that video game from years ago, Dig Dug? It said, its nuclear program may be based on how long it takes the country to dig out and make repairs. So they said all they got to do is dig that. You just hit the topsoil, son. You ain't hit nothing. No folly, right? But they had a video game years ago. I remember it because I used to like to play it. It was called Dig Dug, and you dig down into the ground. So and said, U.S., you ain't do a damn thing. We gonna dig down there and rebuild our continue our nuclear program. Salakia, no folly. Sources also confirmed to CBS that some of Iran's enriched uranium stockpile was moved before the strikes, according to the intelligence assessment. Now, if Iran moved their nuclear weapons before, Ephraim, yeah, dig dug. Back in the days, I go back to them days, man. Right, no folly, right? All right. Salakia, it said that their stockpile was moved. So that means there may be a leak in U.S. intelligence. Or maybe because Trump said, I may or may not strike them, Iran just moved their nuclear weapons. Either way. All right. The U.S. 30,000 pound, 14,000 kilogram massive ordnance penetrator bomb. All right. That's what the name of the bomb is. Massive ordnance penetrator bomb was thought to be the only weapon capable of destroying Iran's underground enrichment facilities. Because remember, I brought that out in Revelation also, how Revelation 13, how Esau speaks as the lion. He speaks boldly. They were saying they were the only ones with the bunker buster that can hit. Yeah, can y'all thumb up the video? Let the viewers match the likes. They were saying they were the only ones that had the bomb that can penetrate their nuclear facilities. Salakia. Tehran had always said its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. It's just for self-defense. All right. It said right here. So I'm gonna show y'all this image right here. Satellite images after the U.S. attack show large craters of the Fertile nuclear site in Iran. In the hours that followed the Saturday strikes, General Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, told reporters that it would take time to assess the damage to the facilities. But he added that all three sites sustained extremely severe damage and destruction. Satellite images showed 6 fresh craters clustered around 2 entry points at the Fordo nuclear sites, as well as gray dust and debris. It is unclear from the images, however, how much damage the site sustained below the surface. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to show this. This is the image. Y'all can look this up. Salakia. Y'all can look this up. This is on BBC International News. That's supposed to be the image. And if you look closer, they see the you see the craters, the 6 craters allegedly where the U.S. struck. So Iran is saying, y'all ain't do nothing, son. Y'all hit the topsoil, son. We gonna go dig dug on y'all, right? Like the video game, no folly. And Trump, we gonna play Trump speaking boldly again. Here we go.
They hit the target perfectly, wiped it out, and the press is very disrespectful. I saw CNN fake news going, well, maybe it wasn't a perfect hit, it was perfect. They said maybe it did destroy it. We agree, it did destroy it, but maybe it could have destroyed it more. No, it couldn't have destroyed it more. Everyone hit. And it's very disrespectful to those great geniuses and patriots that flew those planes through tremendous dangers.
Right. So Trump saying we hit it. Iran said you ain't stopped nothing. Let's get I've been talking for. Well, let's get the classic in there. Let's get Matthew's 24. Matthew's 24, and we're gonna start at 5. All right, Matthew 24 and 5. Let's start off here. All right. So we got a lot of back and forth. And a lot of back and forth. All right. I'm going to just get to the point. Now I'm going to start at 3. All right. Matthew's 24 and 3. So there's a lot of back and forth, tough talk between the nations. All right. But it's all of the Most High. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon a Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world, meaning the end of Esau's world? All right, the end of the extended Roman Empire, which is America, the modern-day Greek and Roman Empire. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Don't be deceived. Follow these prophecies. And that's why I said a lot of y'all getting all excited about World War III, but don't be deceived because the Most High can calm it down. The Most High can make it calm down. Trump just called for a ceasefire, right? And then where's your faith at? You got to keep going. Look, I'll be the first to tell you, man, I wish this war was 25 years ago. But in case it tarries or delays, I'm going to read that later. You still got to work on you and stay in these laws, statutes, and commandments and do the work. Don't get discouraged because it ain't happening tomorrow. Because a lot of y'all get hyped up, and a lot of y'all, this is all out of love. You all hyped up about World War III, but you're not moving in the spirit really like you should be. And we all got to work on that. I'll include myself in it. We all got to work on that and make sure we are ready for that day. All right, like somebody put up in Amos 5. We're gonna read that later. Salakia, reading on. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Right, many Messiah type figures are gonna come. Right, you got some bug out running around called Yaju. Talking about I came all the way to New York looking for you, Zabak, where you was at. You came on a wrong day and time, and I wasn't even in New York. I was on the West Coast when you came. You came on a Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock. We don't teach in Times Square then. And all you're going to do is come up to the camp. I'm going to tell you you're not H.O.I, show you the scriptures, and keep it moving. But that's just one example with bug outs out here. Right? And it says, Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So that article I just read, that's Matthew 24:6 manifesting. Y'all know the scriptures. All right. Y'all know the classics. All right. See that ye be not troubled. So that's what I wanted to get into, Israel. You're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. Some of y'all might get disappointed and say, Trump called for a ceasefire. Right here, Yahweh Shah said, don't be troubled. Keep doing the work and keep enduring. All right. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Meaning World War III. And Iran saying they just hit the top. So, son, right, we're going to show you a real bomb. Allahu Akbar, bloom. Right? We're going to show you some real bombing. So right here, Matthew 24:6, that's where I'm going tonight. Don't be troubled. And these things must come to pass, but the end is not. You got to keep enduring. Because you don't want to lose your faith. Oh, yeah. Last week, y'all was, World War III. Israel bombed Iran. World War III, we out of here. Trump said, nope, ceasefire. Yahweh Shah said right here, Matthew 24:6, don't be troubled. Wars and rumors of wars are supposed to happen. That article I just read from the BBC Internet, that's a perfect example of that. That's what they said. U.S. ain't do a damn thing to our nuclear sites. Trump like, oh, they're lying. It's propaganda. Right? So that's wars and rumors of wars. All right? Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All forms of other prophecy have to happen. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Just the beginning. There's more to come. So stay strong, Israel. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Oh, wait a minute. Yahweh shall say, yeah, the wars and the rumors of wars is part of it, but what about when you get persecuted for kingdom-minded? Shalom, Ak. Who is kingdom-minded? Who are you? I want to know y'all YouTube pages. Some of y'all YouTube pages, I know y'all in real time, but y'all YouTube pages, I don't know. I think you said it before, but anyway. This world stuff might hurt turning. I don't know what you're saying right there. But anyway, right? And they, Salakia. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Y'all got to remember, the servants of the Most High, we got to go through tribulation for being in this gospel. So, yeah, we can rah, sis, boom, bah, World War III. Right, World War III, it's here. But you got to remember, there's other parts of prophecy that still got to happen. What about when you get tested for this gospel's sake? What about when they say, take your fringes off or we going to kill you right now? I don't know. I'm just using an example. I'm just using an example. That can happen. So there's different levels to this thing and different things you're gonna have to endure everything to make it to the kingdom. You can't just see, oh, U.S. bomb Iran nuclear sites. It's World War III now. Next week, Iran gonna send a nuclear bomb to the Midwest. That can happen, but there's more prophecy to happen, and you got to make sure you're ready. Are you ready, Israel? By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. What about when all that start happening? You see someone on the news, and a lot of times the news is propaganda. They create little wars for propaganda, media, to raise up the oil prices, to raise up the price of food. Now they saying Iran is blocking off that strait over there, and oil prices going to go up. You know, if they assassinate the Ayatollah, all hell going to break loose. You're going to have like what you had in 2011, the Arab Spring. All the Arab nations going to rise up. It's going to be a actual world war against Muslims and different societies, because they all going to rise up if you assassinate the Ayatollah. All kinds of wars and rumors of wars. But Israel, you got to make sure you're keeping the commandments. You got to make sure you're doing the work. You got to make sure you're active in His truth. And you got to make sure you're keeping under yourself. But you can't just get excited. Oh, World War III, they bomb it. No. What does it mean to you? All right? All right, you still talking about, we're not talking about that right now, brother. You obsessed with talking about that mark of the beast. We'll deal with that later. All right? And I got lessons on that already. Quite a few lessons. But anyway, let's stick to the topic and what we're talking about. Israel, me through the Spirit, I'm looking at what's going on. I'm looking at Israel's reaction on social media. But make sure you're in the Spirit and you're right as this day approaches. All right? Let's go from there. I'm gonna just play this other video where Trump spazzed out and lost his damn mind today. Y'all probably saw it on the news. They had to bleep it out because the man spazzed out and lost his damn mind. I'm going to play. Y'all probably heard about it already. But I'm going to show you the scriptures speak about all this. You know, the scriptures speak about all this. All right. Yeah, there it goes. I think that's it. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to play the video so y'all can hear it. 1 second. I don't know why I don't want to come up. Okay, let me get this one on YouTube. Okay. You got some articles and some on YouTube. Let me get this one. So I'm going to play this one for y'all.
My name's Chris.
Show you how it lines up with prophecy. Salakia.
I had dental implants 2 years ago, and this is what I looked like before. Now,
all right, here it is.
I don't think so, but I'm not happy that Israel's going out now. There was one rocket that I guess was fired overboard. It was after the time limit, and it missed its target yesterday. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. They didn't have to unload, and I didn't like the fact that the retaliation was very strong. But in all fairness, Israel unloaded a lot, and now I hear Israel just went out because they felt it was violated by one rocket that didn't land anywhere. That's not what we want, I'll tell you. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that, Israel, either. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
So you see the man. Y'all heard that? Give me a con 777. Give me a con 777 if y'all heard that. All right. Give me a con 777. Y'all heard that. All right, you see, and you see Trump's face turning red as hell. All right, Salakia. Salakia. So let's go to somebody put up Jeremiah 49:7. Is wisdom no more in team and his counsel perish from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? God, right? That man Trump is bugged out of his mind. Right? Let's go to let me see what I want. Let's go to Jeremiah 51:7. And somebody put up Jeremiah 49:7. Y'all can put that in your notes also. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Everybody's bugged out of their mind. Jeremiah 51:7 says, Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. Yeah. And we know modern day Babylon is America. Right? Right? Babylon is America, right? Can y'all try not to type comments and questions while the lesson is going on? Y'all can save that for the end. Be patient. Exercise some patience. All right? Salakia. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. America's modern day Babylon. How have they made all the earth drunken with their philosophies? Everybody come over here and get seduced by American philosophy. All right? It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And the nations include Esau. But the nations are mad at Esau because what? Like Ayatollah been calling America for years, the great Satan. The nations are mad, Esau is mad, so everybody's bugged out of their mind. All right, but the nations are angry at Esau. And now they're saying to hell with Trump and his ceasefire. We're going to send more rockets. To hell with you. And Trump said they don't know what the F they're doing. All right, let's link that up. Revelation 11:18. Let's go to Revelation 11:18. The man is bugged out of his mind. Right? Revelation 11:18. All right? And it reads thus and so. Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. See, the nations are angry at Esau because they tired of they angry at America. Even though Israel is another Edomite nation, and Iran, that's Ishmael, could be some of the scattered Arabs over there also. All right, and maybe Elam are amongst them, scattered. But it says, and the nations were angry, but Esau's mad too. I mean, well, America's mad also because they're losing their grip on the world. They're losing their grip on Trump said, I said, they don't know what the F they're doing. I said ceasefire, and they're still sending missiles. Right? So this is all going along with prophecy. And the nations are angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. See that? So as we see this fall, the nations going into madness, bugging out, losing their mind, right? Cursing each other out. The hell with America. Trump getting upset. They don't know what the F they're doing. The Lord said what? That thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. This all represents the fall of the nations and the blessing of the servants and prophets and the brothers that have been going out there for years teaching this gospel and telling you exactly these words are manifesting. I saw a brother put on Facebook tonight that the elders, I guess he's talking about the One West elders, broke down the book of Revelations wrong. So, I guess some things in Revelation. So I told a brother, make a video explaining what's been wrong. But I still see Revelation the way it was explained to me. Clear as day. And that's not pride, ego, stuck in One West doctrine. I still see it. Now, if I'm wrong and brothers bringing some new understanding, may the Most High open it to me and show me. But I'm not just going to jump with your doctrine because it sounds good. All right. So, and it says, thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, which are the Israelites, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. You just bombing and you just hitting the topsoil, man. Right? You just like out in the Midwest in certain states. They got these places where they test out these different weapons, like it show you in that movie Oppenheimer. They got the island of Vieques where they tested out all these nuclear bombs and different military bombs. For 60 years, they was bombing the hell out of testing bombs on the island of Vieques. Got the Ephraimite brothers in Puerto Rico, those islands over there, all poisoned and jacked up. You had the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. You destroyed them that destroyed the earth. Right? The water, a lot of the waters are dirty as hell. You can't even see through the water. You're supposed to be able to see through the water, see the fish and the sea life. The water is filthy as hell. The water looks like mud, man. You go to a river or a lake or a bridge or a strait or a canal or whatever, it's dirty as hell. Right? And remember, the Lord brought ancient prophecy in China a couple of years ago. The waters in China look like blood. Most High turned the waters into blood. So the Lord said he's going to destroy them that destroyed the earth, destroyed the air, the water, the food. Right? We're eating plastic and abominations now. It's just by the grace of the Most High we still live. Right? So let me read the one, the brother. That was a good one. The brother called in Jeremiah 49 and 7. That was a good one. Good precept, Ox. Let's read that one too. Jeremiah 49 and 7. And it reads thus and so. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power. Is wisdom no more in Teman, one of the chief lands of Edom in the ancient time? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Yeah, Esau's supposed to be the prudent man, the wise and the aware man, knowing all things. Right? It says, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Are they bugging out of their mind, losing their damn mind? They don't know what the F they're doing. Right? But anyway, America, man, they tired of you. Israel, like, you ain't telling us what to do. We want to still send missiles to Iran. We're going to send missiles to Iran. To hell with you. Right? So the scriptures are manifesting right before our eyes. And they're talking about a ceasefire. Look, right? There is no ceasefire. Even if you think you're going to cease the fire. We don't have to get it, but y'all know the classic 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, linking with Isaiah 48:22. The Most High said, when they say peace and safety, boom, look at Trump. Trump says ceasefire. Israel still sent missiles. What if Israel would have sent a mini nuke? All right, or they would have sent the strongest missiles they got, or whatever, or Iran, vice versa, whatever. All right, so nobody's listening to you, Trump. The hell with you. The Most High said, when you say peace and safety, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, linking with Isaiah 48:22. Isaiah 48:22 said, there's no peace, saith Yahweh, unto the wicked. Hit the like button, y'all. Let the viewers match the likes. Hit the like button, y'all, and subscribe. It don't cost y'all nothing. All right? So good precept, King. All right, good precept. But, yeah, they calling for a ceasefire. Just a few more. I'm going to get on this. I ain't going to stay on this too long. They calling for a ceasefire. Let's go to Luke. There is no ceasefire. All right? This is Luke 12 and 49. Right? Luke chapter 12 and 49. Right? And this is in red letters. This is Yahweh speaking. And Yahweh said, I am come to send fire on the earth. So the hell with your ceasefire. Yeah, Ephraim Banya Sha'ala. They not going to regard their kings. That's 2 Ezra 15. Or 16, I believe it is. All right, they not going, nobody going to care. Trump called for a ceasefire. We don't give a damn. We still going to send missiles. Netanyahu said, get out of here, man. Ben Gurion, whatever his name is, said, get out of here. All right. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. So the hell with your ceasefire. Send and cease are two opposite words. Yahushua said, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Meaning, the fire also represents destruction. It represents the wrath. It's already kindled. It's already on. It's already on and popping. You can try to bring peace and ceasefires and stop it here and there, but like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I misquoted him in that movie Terminator 3. He said World War III is inevitable, which is one and the same, but he said Judgment Day is inevitable. That's basically what Yahushua is saying right here. There's no ceasefire. Yahushua came to sin. There's sin fire. Fire burn upon Babylon, as Benjamin would say. Right? Brother, we're not talking about Beyonce's shirt right now, all right? Wait, y'all. Wait. Let me get through the topic. And if y'all can endure and stay on, I'll take questions or comments at the end. Let's stay on topic. I'm not talking about Beyonce's t-shirt, brother. No disrespect. Right? No disrespect, brother. A lot of y'all want sensationalism and want to talk about this hype media stuff, and that's good. But I have a time for that at the end of the lesson. No disrespect, brother. Church of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua 12. Whoever you are, no disrespect to you, brother. All right? Let's not get caught up in the sensationalism of Beyonce's hot t-shirt. No, I'm just kidding. No folly. But let's try to stay with topic. I'll take y'all questions. If y'all can stay on, I know it's late, but if y'all can stay on, I'll take y'all questions or whatever at the end of the lesson. Let's stick to topic. All right, Luke 12:49 again. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. Right? Ceasefire would be another way. The water Ariel. Right? Ceasefire would be another way to say peace. Right? Ceasefire. Right? But Yahushua said, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. And then he goes into the household, but that's also with the nations. Because we just read that in Matthew 24 in the classic. Nation shall rise against nation. Yahushua coming to bring division on the nations also. It tell you that in Sirach 17:17. All right. The Lord divided the nations from the beginning. It tell you that in Deuteronomy, the Tower of Babel. He already divided the nations. And he's going to divide them in war at the end of days. So, yeah, what else I want? Yeah, also, like I said, like Habakkuk said, if the war tarries, all right, let's get that in Habakkuk. Tomato. All right, let's get that. Let's go to Habakkuk 2:1. All right, this is what the Lord said. So Israel, this is what I really want to get into real quick. Stay the course. Are you ready? Stay in the spirit. Keep the commandments. Keep the faith. And like my brother out of sight, Elijah, always say, don't be afraid to call a devil to his goddamn face. Right? There was a brother, no disrespect to the brother, but I'm gonna say his name and use him as an example. A brother by the name of Ringo TV. Right? Brother was been around in Israel for years doing he did a lot of conspiracy videos, things of that nature. Had a lot of good content over the years. But the brother suddenly came out earlier this year and said, I'm no longer an Israelite. I no longer subscribe to being an Israelite, which makes no damn sense. But the brother cleared it up and said, meaning he don't deal with the nation of Israel. So I said, okay, maybe he got a problem with the doctrine. Maybe the brother's turned off from all the back and fight. There's a lot of negative energy in Israel. But the brother started telling the story, and he said something about his Edomite neighbor, his older Edomite neighbor, and he helped her with her dog. I don't want to misquote the brother, but something about I'm free now to love my fellow man, or something like that. I was like, what is the brother talking about? So a lot of y'all lose patience. Yeah, we know Israel could turn you to hell off. If the Most High didn't have a certain spirit on me, I'll probably be like, these niggas is crazy. I'm going to just keep the commandments and deal with my family. The hell with Israel. We'll come together when Yahushua come, but the Most High put a spirit on us. No matter how much madness we see in the nation, we still fight to build and bring brothers and sisters into the fold and gather together as much as we can. But you can get turned off. And I'll tell y'all personally, as an elder, I've been through some ish in Israel where I could have got turned off. I mean, to my life being threatened, my children being insulted, all kinds of stuff. And I could have been like, yo, I'm the hell with these niggas. They're crazy. They got fringes on, but they're bugged out of their mind. I'm going to just stick to me and my household. I know this is the truth. You can never take that away from me, but some behavior from Israelites that's supposed to know that they in the truth, it can turn you off. But you got to be strong and you got to understand that's still part of the curses. A lot of that behavior, most are still filtering the nation. But anyway, I say all that to say you can't give up. Even though it's tarrying and it's taking a while and you getting tired of this kingdom. Some people are getting tired of being in this truth. They don't want to endure no more. So you go off. Now, in all fairness, I don't know what the brother has studied, read, whatever. He see the scriptures. I don't see how you can go from a believing Israelite for 10, 15, 20 years to saying my white, I love my fellow white, older white woman. That's my fellow neighbor. Yeah. You would sound like you just want to love the other nations, brother. And you're using an excuse to leave Israel because you want to love Esau and the nations. Don't do that. You see off behavior, just stay away from the Israelites that's off and try to fellowship with the brothers and sisters that's in the spirit. Even if you got to be an individualite for a while, to the Most High show you what to do. H.O.I. in the building. Shalom. All right, so we're going to get into it. Habakkuk 2:1. Let me stop rambling on. Let's get the scriptures in there. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. So Habakkuk is saying, like an actual watchman over the city, I'm going to serve my purpose as a watchman unto the nation of Israel. Right? Shout out to W.W.3, Watchmen for Israel. All right. Shalom. Shalom, Ariyah. All right. It says, and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And let me bring this out too. This is important. For those that see and hear and understand and came up under the One West doctrine, or people that listen to us, follow us, to the best of our ability, and I can speak for myself and most of the brothers that came out of the school, we taught what we learned and what we still saw that we studied in the spirit. We didn't make no doctrine up. We taught what we saw in the spirit to be true from our studies. Now, if we're wrong or were wrong on certain things, may the Most High have mercy and lead us to the right doctrine. But I'm sick of this narrative that you guys in One West just made up. You guys just made up the One West doctrine. No, to the best of our ability. I'm going to say this as humbly as I can say. You can disagree. You can have the most scholarly research in the earth. I can confound all them One West brothers. They don't know what they're talking about. But to the best of our ability, we humbly say that we went with what the elders taught us and what we still understood in our own studies. Even when the school broke up, even when we had splits and divisions, we went over the scriptures and we still taught what we still understood, what we saw that the Spirit was showing us. If we were wrong, may the Most High Yahweh Shai, if we're still wrong today, may the Most High Yahweh Shai have mercy on us and show us the right doctrine, whether it comes through man or through the spirit of us studying on our own. Let me put that disclaimer up. So everybody that out there that gets simple and say that lie and that stereotype and that slander about brothers that come out of One West, we just made the doctrine up one day. That's not true. That's not true. Let me say that for the record. Now, let me read on. Because Habakkuk said, I'm going to answer what the Lord told me. I'm going to answer what the Lord showed me. Right? Shalom. Ariyah Bat Yahweh Ashar Kadash. Shalom says. Verse 2, Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. The Bible. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not, it will surely come. It will not tarry. So why is this important? Because you brothers and sisters have to endure. If you see last week, Iran bombing, Israel bombing Iran, Iran bombing Israel, over the weekend, Trump bombed Iran, oh, World War III, we out of here. Up, no ceasefire. They don't know what the fuck they doing. Ceasefire. You still got to keep your faith. You still got to keep the commandments, keep the faith. And like brother out of sight, Elijah said, H.O.I.N.Y.N.J. Don't be afraid to call the devil to his goddamn face. That's the point I was bringing with the brother Ringo. The white man's still the devil. Don't get this new revelation because your H.O.I ain't come back yet. Oh, we can be friends. This old Edomite woman, that's my neighbor. That's my friend and pal. No, that old ass Edomite woman would have got you hung on a tree. Like they still doing. Like they found that brother hung on a tree upstate New York and lied and said it was suicide. I'm going to do a little bit more research and touch on that also. In camp or either on alive. They found another brother hanging up in upstate New York. Talking about suicide. Brother hanging from a tree. Earl Smith or something like that, I think his name. I got to do more research on it. Me and my wife was checking out the article. But it's so much going on, it's hard to keep up with everything. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, shalom, Brother Warren. All right, so the Most High said, you know, if it tarry is delay, oh man, Trump called for a ceasefire. I was hoping Iran bomb America now. Let's get this world war cracking. And don't get me wrong, I want World War III to happen 30 years ago when I first came to the truth. So nobody gets simple. Oh, elder, come on, come on, elder, you don't want the prophecy to happen? You sound like you don't. No, it's not like that. But I'm just saying, if it tarry, that's what the scripture's saying. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what the Bible says. All right, Sirach 5 and 7. But if the war and the prophecies tarry, the Lord still told us this. All right. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, but we don't make no delay to keep doing the work. Keep praying, fasting, serving the Most High. You men out there in camps, coming to the feast days, fellowshipping, getting yourself together, wearing your fringes proud, and exalting the Most High and Yahweh. You don't make no tarrying. If the prophecy tarries, you don't tarry. All right, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So that's going into, don't get too comfortable with the society, because that's what a lot of Hebrews do too. A lot of people that walk away from this truth, they get comfortable with this. Well, that Israelite stuff, I did that for 10 years, and they talking about some man coming out of the sky and UFOs and nuclear bombs. That stuff ain't going to happen. I'm going back in the world. I'm going to get me a career. I'm going to live good. And you could do all that and still serve the Most High. Who said you can't have a career and a decent job and make money to survive in this society and do what you got to do? You can have your righteous hustle game up, but have your righteous hustle game up to do this work of the Lord also. Give me a con 777. All right, like y'all diligent to go to Esau's job and serve and do what you got to do in his kingdom. Esau tell you to be at an appointment at 7:30, you there at 6:55. Be the same way for the Most High Yahweh and more, and then some. All right, let's go to Revelation. We're going to go to Revelation 3. And let's go to Revelation 3. Let's start at 15. All right. Right. We're going to start at 15. Revelation 3 and 15. All right. And it reads thus. And so hit the like button, y'all. 51 people in here and only 34 thumbs up. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right. Revelation 3:15. And Yahushua said, this is written in red letters. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. See that? Yahushua said, I know your works. So a lot of Hebrews, and don't get the elder wrong. I'm trying to stay hot for this. I'm trying to stay on fire for this word, man. If I catch myself being a little lukewarm, I got to get on myself. But Yahushua said, what? I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. Right? If you with this truth, be with this truth, man. Be sincere with it. I'm not even going to say the other option, because you shouldn't even be thinking about that other option. But Yahushua said, there, make up your mind, man. I want you to be cold or hot. So a lot of y'all, like I said earlier, rah, rah, sis, boom, bop, World War III. But what are you doing? Are you just sitting up there for sensationalism? Are you being entertained? Or a lot of y'all still worldly as hell and you just, Israel is just something? And a lot of y'all admit to that. Yeah, we're going to get that one in Matthew. A lot of y'all admit to that. Y'all admit, elder, I ain't moving how I supposed to. And it's been 8 years. I've been watching the videos and I'm still, come on, what are you doing? You being lukewarm and you better stop it. And stop coming to us. Yeah, elder, you better go, yeah, most high. Yeah, Yahushua. Y'all come talking to us like we're the most high Yahushua. Elder, you think I'll still make it? You better ask the most high. All I can do is tell you, give you scripture and guidance. And a lot of y'all think y'all get a certain answer from us and that pacifies the situation. No, you better go deal with the most high. Yeah, I need to start coming to the feast days, elder, because that'll get me right? Come to the feast days, keep the commandments, do the laws when nobody's around. That's what you need to do. Don't come thinking an answer from me is going to get you salvation. No, I'm the elder, but I'm just a man that the Most High is using as a humble vessel. I can be used to relate a message to you, to encourage you, but you still, the scriptures say every man got to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. And because you think World War III was going to happen the other day, and nuclear missiles was going to be all over America, and the chariots was going to be like the damn chariot behind me, which would be beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody get simple. I won it 30 years ago, but you still got to endure, Israel. All right, so this is the precept to Revelation 3:15, James 1:22. A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all his ways. See, that's what the Lord says. Stop being double-minded. A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all their ways. We're going to jump down to 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholdeth his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. And that goes for a lot of you that slack off with the work too. A lot of y'all slack off with the work, man. Ain't seen some of you brothers and sisters in months, years. Where you at? Oh, I'm going through stuff. We all going through stuff. Get your behind up and do this work. Let's go. Most High not playing. And we're just the voice. That's the spirit coming through us to make you, to motivate you. So a lot of you, World War III, yeah, it's going down. Yeah, but you better be right in that day. You better be right with the Most High Mashiach Yahushua. All right, that's why I said World War III, maybe, but are you ready? Luke 1:17. All right, we're going to go back. That was Revelation 3:15 with James 1:8. Then you jump down to 22 through 24. All right, 22 to 24. Now let's go back. We're going to go back to 16. Revelation 3:16. Yeah, Revelation 3 and 16. And it reads thus and so. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. See, a lot of you get pushed out of this truth, man, because you playing with the Most High. You ain't dealing right in the spirit. And you got to pray that don't happen to you. But if you waffling, you slothful, you playing games, you still doing sins out there behind closed doors thinking nobody don't see you, or brothers and sisters find out stuff you doing and they try to check you and correct you and you get proud and start talking ish and start bucking up and being rebellious when brothers and sisters is just trying to correct you and keep you on point, and the Most High using them to correct you before he have to smack you the hell up. And a lot of times the Lord said, man, you lukewarm, man. Get out of here, man. The Lord said, I'll spew you out of my mouth like spit. If you playing with this truth, the Lord said, you're like spit to him. I'll spit you out of my mouth. That's cold. I didn't say that. The Bible said that. All right, reading on. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing. And knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. Yeah, a lot of our people are comfortable. Even Hebrews in the truth. You get a little comfortable. Get the little house, get the little wife, children, little decent job. Even in this economy, you're doing pretty well. I get out there to camp, man. You eating good, laying up, being entertained. You seen that debate out there? Yeah, I watched the whole thing. When the last time you been out there to debate and defend the gospel? When the last time you been at a feast day to help read? When the last time you called a sister, and say, hey, sis, I'm coming to the feast. What y'all need me to cook? What y'all need me to bring? I'm bringing my Bible, Apocrypha, and my notepad so I can get some notes and be edified. All right? So you have to understand that. Yeah, World War III, but are you ready? All right, reading on. It says, Revelation 3:18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, meaning to endure in its truth. All right, to go through the fiery affliction and to be tried and proven by the Most High, that thou mayest be rich, meaning spiritually rich. And of course, in the kingdom, we're going to be actually rich. And white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, that the Most High may wipe your sin away and clothe you in white, which is righteousness. All right? It says, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see, that the Most High may open your understanding to his word and show you the mysteries and reveal the prophecies and a deep understanding of his word. That's the eye salve. All right, verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Right? And I got to stress that, man. Let me say this. Israel, a lot of y'all are proud as hell. A lot of us are proud as hell. All right, I use myself so nobody gets simple. A lot of times, man, I'm like, yo, Most High jacking me up, man. I got to get myself together. And I was being stubborn. A lot of y'all you know the Most High be jacking you up. Now, don't get me wrong. There's natural everyday affliction and the curses that we go through. All right, that's just part of this captivity. A lot of times the curses can be lifted to a degree if you do certain things. The Most High could bless you and lift some of the curses off of you. But some of the curses are general. Like Esau, a lot of it be like, you always use the excuse we under the curses. Yes, the curse of Esau ruling over us is not going to stop till Yahweh come back. So you got to balance that out. Oh, you always talking about the curses. Yeah, because some things are not going to be lifted till a Yahweh return. All right, but a lot of y'all, let me say this, man. A lot of y'all know the Most High be smacking y'all the hell up. And you'll say, see, we just going through affliction, yeah. Or the Most High taking me through this. Because yes, a lot of times when the Most High punish us, he limits it and he still come back and show us mercy. But listen, Israel, just acknowledge when you did wrong, or you was moving in the wrong spirit, or you had some kind of agenda, or you had, like I always say, Your intentions were not right and pure, and the Most High shut you the hell down and smacked you the hell up so you can repent and get your mind and what you do it in the right spirit. Stop, oh, you know, I'm just going through this because there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Just acknowledge your ass whipping, man, and get right. Stop trying to make it something else because you too proud to admit that you was going to hell off and the Most High jacked your ass up. And we all guilty of it. I've got my times where I've gotten proud and I said, man, let me get back in because I fear the Most High to the best of my ability, man. So Israel, stop trying to make it something else. Stop trying to sensationalize it and glorify. Listen, the Most High whooped my behind. Let me repent and get it right because I wasn't moving right, or I was sinning, or I was off. I wasn't in the right spirit. Try to make it something else. That's your pride. You won't humble yourself and admit that the Most High is dealing with you. All right, let's do that, Israel. All right, the Lord said, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. And guess what? That chastening is a good thing. Just fess up to it. Now, see, it's a trial, and the Most High, yeah, it is a trial, but it's a behind whooping. Come on, Israel. You go back in the world and you sleeping with whores and you catch AIDS. He says, see that? See, the Most High just taking me through a trial because, see, at the end, the Lord could cure you and have you repent. But acknowledge that you caught AIDS from sleeping around with whores. All right, don't try to make it nothing else. That's what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. All right. It says, be zealous, therefore, and repent. The Lord said, I love you, so I rebuke and chasten you. So be zealous. Have a strong desire to get back to me. And when I'm smacking you up and I'm showing you why I'm doing it, correct the reason why I'm punishing you. Stop trying to make it something else. All right, reading on. It says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open a door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. Yahweh Shah said, let me in. So all the elders bringing out is, as we get into this talk of World War III, these wars and rumors of wars, don't just jump up with 50 posts on social media. Yeah, World War III is here. Oh, it's going down, elder. Make sure you write in that day. Con, everybody give me a con 777. All right, it said, Revelation 3:21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my... He that have an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. So all Yahweh Shah saying, endure, man. Just endure. And stay on course. And Matthew 24:6, man, that's my precept for the night. Even though, of course, all the precepts are on point. But Matthew 24:6, I love the way Yahweh Shah said, you're going to see these things. These are wars and rumors of wars. And greater evil is going to come. I'm paraphrasing. But don't be troubled. Meaning also don't get discouraged. And you should, as you see the day approaching, serve the Most High more. Yeah, it's a card. You don't want to be a reprobate. Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. I believe that's 2 Corinthians 6. No, 13, Salakia. Examine yourself lest you be a reprobate. You be a castaway. Like I think it's Jeremiah 6. The Lord said, reprobate silver shall they call you. You're going to be like that silver and metal and gold and tin that the Lord going, like Ezekiel 22 says. He going to put you in the fire and melt you. So you don't want to be that, all right? And Yahweh Shah said, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. So as we see the tension mount up, then it subsides. It mount up, it subsides. Don't lose faith. And World War III, maybe, but are you ready? Bars. Right now, no folly. Let's go to Amos 5, the other classic. All right, let's go to Amos chapter 5. Just a few, y'all. Just a few. Then I'm going to get a few on the new moon and close it out. All right, just encouragement, Israel. We got to stay. This is very important because we get caught up. You know, we get hyped up, like I said, which is good. I'm going to keep my foot on the pedal. We get hyped up. World War III. Yeah, Elder, pack our bags. Pack our spiritual bags. All right. Amos 5. I'm going to start at 10. I'm going to jump around a little bit in here. Amos 5 and 10. And it reads, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. You know, we bring this out a lot of times in camp because we say they hate us for coming out the camp, for bringing out the word. All right. But reading again, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. What's going to happen, like we read earlier, when you start getting persecuted for this truth? When they start wanting to kill us and kidnap us and torture us and take us to secret prisons in El Salvador. Didn't Trump say that? Didn't Trump say, hey, you know, he'll ship out Americans, he'll kick American citizens out the country? Didn't Obama order them 30,000? Where them 30,000 guillotines at? Where's the plastic coffins? Right? The Lord said what? They tell you in Revelation 12:17, they're going to come after those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua. Revelation 12:17, you're going to be a target. Just like the ancient servants and prophets and teachers. They were martyred, some of them, for the gospel's sake. You talking about nukes in World War III, what happens when you got to deal with that part? But by the grace of the Most High Yahushua, the angels protect you and you live to see the second coming. All right, reading on. Verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. See that we have to further establish ourselves as a nation. See, the Most High, the Apocrypha said, don't be curious how the wicked going to be judged and destroyed. I'm paraphrasing. But how the righteous shall be saved. So yes, we are going to get into these prophecies. Don't get me wrong. I did my video on the war last week. But also Israel, as things flip around, you got to stay strong and be ready. All right, reading on, it says verse 18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Right? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And I think Brother Ephraim posted that earlier. Somebody posted Amos 5 earlier. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Yeah, Elder, World War III. Yeah, I ain't seen you at camp in months, brother. I ain't seen you at a feast day. I ain't seen you fellowshipping. Somebody said they saw you somewhere on the Shabbat. What you doing, brother? Oh, I ain't under no man. Only Yahushua can judge me. Hey, brother, I'm just trying to be my brother's keeper. All right, and not like Nino Brown. I don't want to kill you on top of a roof. I want you to live and see the return of Yahushua. I'm trying to keep you on point. All right, and that's what we're supposed to do. Don't the scripture say iron sharpeneth iron? Don't the scripture say love thy neighbor as thyself and not suffer sin upon him? Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Open rebuke is better than secret love. They that sin rebuke before all. We can go on and on. That's another lesson within itself. All right. Oh, Jay Secure posted Amos 5. Yeah. So Amos 5:18 again. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from the lion, which is symbolic to the Arabs, and went into his house and leaned his hand, Salakia. And a bear met him, which is Russia, or went into the house and leaned his hand on a wall, and a serpent bit him, which is like China and North Korea. All right, those are going to be the three main players. Some of the three main players in World War III. That's the way we understood it from our elders in One West, and we still see it today. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Meaning it is going to be the brightness of the deliverance of Yahushua. But right here, Amos is saying, look, it's going to be a dark day. Are you sure you're ready for that day? World War III, maybe, but are you ready? By Shema Mashiach Yahushua, Kwam Yashala. All right, so let's go from there to let's go to the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra 13. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 13. I got about 3 or 4 more, y'all. We're gonna get like 3 or 4 on the new moon and then close it out. Not to rush the lesson, but it's late and I just want to get right to the point. All right. And if you learn one thing tonight, I've done my job. Give me a con 777. All right. 2nd Ezra 13:13. All right. Now, verses 1 through 12, y'all can read on your own. This is Ezra prophesying the second coming of Yahushua and how Yahushua going to come back and the nations going to be fighting each other. And Yahushua going to come in and fight all the nations. And they're going to turn. They're going to hesitate when they see his power. But the Most High going to harden their heart like he did with Pharaoh. And they still going to try to fight Yahushua at his second coming. All right. 2nd Ezra 13:13. Now check this out. It says, and there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad. Who are the people that's going to be glad at Yahushua's return? The 1/3 of Israel. Because they're going to be saved to bring in the next new kingdom. It says some were sorry. Who's going to be sorry? The 2/3 of Israel that's been wicked as hell and evil. So like you read on, it says, some of them were bound. Who are the bound? The some of them that are bound, El Teller said hi. Shalom, who's El Teller? All right, Salakia, it says, and it said, some of them were bound. The ones that are bound are the other nations. Bound represents captivity. So yeah, when Yahushua returned, the nation's going to be bound. They're going into captivity. Right? It says, and other some were brought of them that were offered, meaning the martyrs. Those that died, those that were offered, that sacrificed themselves, that gave their lives for the truth. They're going to be resurrected and meet Yahushua in the air, like I tell you in pursuant to 1 Thessalonians 4:13 and 18. That's the understanding our elders gave us from One West, and that's what I still see today. Anybody got a different understanding? Fine. Knock yourself out. But don't make mockery. Don't be disrespectful. You don't have to be proud. Your understanding is better. That's just the way I still see it humbly. All right. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Ezra was like, damn, that's going to be powerful. He said he was sick through fear. So when Yahushua returned, what does it mean for you? Are you going to be glad? Are you going to be sorry? The other nations, you're going to be bound going into captivity. And those that sacrifice and gave themselves for Yahushua are going to be resurrected. All right. Yes, Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is damn near starting now. Jacob's trouble, yes. Jacob's trouble is coming before World War III. All right. And Jacob's trouble is going to extend into World War III. World War III is the end. That's why a lot of y'all get happy, but still... and let me put up my disclaimer. What, you not happy, elder? No. Oh, let me not do my eyes like that. I look bugged out. Slakia. But that's how some of y'all be. Now, it's all love, Israel. No folly. But no, I'm not saying. Like I said, if it was left up to me, Yahushua came 30 years ago. Yahushua came 53 years ago. I'm 53. He came when I was born. Before I was born, I was in my mother's womb. I got beamed up on a chariot in my mother's womb. But wars, rumors of wars. Israel bombed Iran. Iran bombed them back. America bombed Iran. Now Trump says ceasefire. All right, so now still be ready. Keep the commandments, endure, do the work. Yeah, other prophecies still got to come to pass. So you got Jacob's trouble, you got martial law, you got the race wars, you got all that. And that's going to lead into the Third World War. The Third World War is the final frontier. That's it. Once the Third World War happened, the chariots are coming. All right? To beam us up, to destroy the rest of the society and take us up out of here. So all that is going to lead in, and we about to go into Jacob's trouble real soon. All right? It's brewing up. I don't want to give no day or hour because I'm not the Most High, but 2 Peter says we have a more sure word of prophecy. You can see certain things happening on the earth, and it's coming, like the economy. the economy. Look at a lot of these celebrities and stuff, man, and these people saying they broke. Look at Dame Dash. Dame Dash, man, the man, like, his daughter had to move out of her apartment, her $10,000 a month apartment in New York. The man had to, I think the man had to give up his house for sale. Look at that proud-ass black woman, B. Simone. She says she will never date a man with a 9-to-5. Now she crying, saying she can't shop in Bloomingdale's anymore. She got to go to Ross. Which, hell, ain't nothing wrong with Ross, damn it. No folly, right? Bloomingdale's, damn it, I'm only going in there if they got a 60% sale on. Macy's, whatever. You know, clothes is clothes, whatever. I like a little quality clothes once in a while. But where you shop don't determine anything. I mean, that don't determine anything, but that's how carnally minded our people are. But a lot of these people are broke, man. And they used to live in a certain lifestyle. That's going to have them go crazy. So it's going to be on and popping. It's going to get real interesting real soon. So that was 2 Ezra 13:13. It says, and there came much people unto him when Yahushua returns. Some going to be glad, some going to be sorry. Some of them going to be bound. Well, thank the Lord if you're not a heathen, so you're not going to be bound. And others that may have been offered that gave their lives for this truth, they're going to resurrect and be with Yahushua. Which category you going to fall into? All right. So go from there. Let's go to just a few more. I think I got about 3 more. Let's go to Matthew 24. Ephraim pulled this one earlier. Ephraim put in Salakia, y'all posted some precepts. Khalil, Israel. I'll address that. I'm almost done, y'all. Hold y'all comments, but Khalil, Israel, I don't know who you are, but I'll address that. All right, Matthew's, but a lot of y'all stop saying stuff. Just wait till the lesson is over, and I'll address some of what y'all saying. All right, but stop making comments about stuff that had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm selective in my judgment in Israel. I want to see. I'm curious to see what you're talking about, because a lot of y'all just be whistling Dixie and don't know what y'all talking about. But anyway, let me finish out. Matthew 24. I didn't write this one down. What was that one that he started at? Ephraim posted it earlier. But I'm going to start at 42. Matthew 24:42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come. All right, now, right? A lot of y'all might see Israel bomb Iran. Iran bomb Israel back. America bomb Iran. Trump say ceasefire. Oh, man. Man, they stopped World War III. But look what Israel did. They kept bombing. So that's why Trump said they don't know what they're doing. I don't want to curse, but y'all heard they bleeped him out, but we know what he said. So they could say ceasefire, then boom. So always be ready. Stay on point. Keep these commandments. All right. It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Always keep under yourself. You know what I'm saying, Israel? You know, like I said, to the best of my ability, man, I fear the Most High, man. I'm like, Most High, man, I want to, man. You know, I get into my little zone, meditate. I'm like, Lord, I want to be right, man. I don't even want any appearance of evil, man. And Lord, anything I have done wrong, I want to repent 10 times over for it. And that's the spirit we got to be in, because we getting closer to the time. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Are you ready? That's why I picked that title of the class, because I wanted to give precepts that was word for word. Are you ready? Are you going to be ready? World War III? Maybe. But are you ready? All right. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord have made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? And one thing, Israel, you got to understand. You gotta understand something. The Most High is going to reward us. You're not doing all this in vain. That's another reason why a lot of Israel go, because they feel they're not getting nothing out of this. I can tell you a personal situation, but I don't want to get too personal. I know somebody that stepped away from this truth because it wasn't bringing them no money. It is what they could say whatever, but that's what it was. Being in this truth wasn't fulfilling them financially. And guess what? I've seen a lot of brothers and sisters do that. And a lot of them step away from the truth and they still don't get fulfilled financially. They blame it on the Most High in this truth, and they blame it on other Israelites, like we're going to read when we go down. They blame it on you that they're not financially where they want to be in this world. Get off your ass and get that. Don't blame it on me. Oh, you're the elder. You're supposed to have 10 businesses set up for us. I don't have every idea. You come with the idea. Maybe we can invest in your idea and you make the money for the nation. Yourself, your family. Right? Stop cursing on my live or I will block you. All right? Even though you just put the initials, but don't come up here disrespectful. I will block you. I said I will address what you said in a minute. Don't come up here disrespectful, man. All right? Let's continue on. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh for not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. Right? See that? The Lord said, look, you start to fight, you start to smite your fellow servants. A lot of times Israel, the things that they're unhappy about in their personal lives, or what they feel they're not getting out of this truth, they'll start blaming that on, they'll start taking their anger and frustration out on other brothers and sisters. And that's why you'll see people leave the truth and they'll curse out the camps. They'll curse out the elder. They'll curse out their ex-wife or husband if they was in a relationship or whatever the case may be. Right? Oh, my bad. I apologize. And you didn't call me out because I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. So hold your horses. I'm not in my feelings. I thought you was being disrespectful because I didn't address you. Now hold your horses. I'll address you. You didn't call out a damn thing. All right? Don't confuse my passion for being in my feelings, because a lot of you Israelites are gainsayers. Just be easy and I'll get to you. I thought you was being disrespectful on my live. That's all I'm saying. Kali El Israel, whoever you are. All right, now, I'm almost done. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and an hour that he is not aware, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Do you know a lot of times there was people powerful in this truth, and they fell off, and guess what? You see them, and it's sad, man. It's weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's like, damn, I remember that brother was in the spirit. I remember that sister was in the spirit. Damn, look at them now. They went back in the world. They look all jacked up. They bugged out. They got spirits on them. They under doctrines. It's sad. And you be like, damn, I remember that brother was in the spirit. I remember that sister was in the spirit. You know, so I heard a story I wasn't in the school back then, but in 1992, the first Iraq bombing, brothers in the school thought it was World War III. This was back in 1992 when the Bush administration first bombed Saddam Hussein. And then the war ended in like 2 weeks. From what I heard, I was told, I wasn't in the school at the time, but I got testimony. I heard there was brothers that took their garments off and went back in the world and said, this is not the truth. And to be fair, one of the leaders and elders in the school, this was before I came into the school, they said one of the leaders or elders in the school said that it was the Armageddon. That was the start of World War III. And when the war ended, stuff kind of went back to normal. From what I was told, brothers took their garments off and went back in the world. See, one thing about us, certain things that our elders in One West might have been wrong on, we just went back over the scriptures and we just prayed to the Most High to give us a better understanding. And we just chalked it up to the elders went off, but that's just the knowledge they had at the time. Maybe they didn't do it purposely. That's just all they understood. One man plant, another man water, and the Most High bringeth the increase. All right? The year 2000. In the Passover in 1999, me, rest in peace, Bun Lawyer, a brother by the name of Tawabra Basadar, and I'm Nawala. We was like the 5 leaders of the camp back then, the old H.O.I, back from the late 90s, 2000s. We went back over, we re-examined the scriptures, and we said, wait a minute. Yahweh said, no man's know the day or the hour. Maybe our elders, they wanted Yahweh to come in 2000, but they were wrong about that. So we went back and we admitted, yo, that was wrong. And we was humble. We gave our elders the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's just how because the way they broke the scripture down, it could seem like it's saying that. But then we had to get deeper understanding. And guess what? We didn't hold that against our elders. We said the Most High just gave the next generation more understanding. It's 25 years later, we still here. Yahweh didn't come in the year 2000. But we didn't leave the truth. We just went, examined the scriptures, and we kept on teaching. Matter of fact, on January 1st, 2000, we was in Times Square holding camp. And that's not to boast or brag. But we was like, look, it's the year 2000. Christ didn't come. We still doing the work. All praise to the Most High Mashiach Yahweh. And that's not for bragging rights. All right, that's not for bragging rights. So you still got to stay in this work, man. That's my point, all right? Galatians 6 and 9, and then Luke, and then I'm going to close out on that, get into the new moon scriptures. Galatians 6. Galatians 6 and 9. Galatians 6 and 9. And it reads thus and so. And let us not be weary in well-doing. So like, I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm getting alerts. We're not talking about Zechariah 14 right now, brother. Let me finish the lesson. Then I'll take a few questions at the end. All right, Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So you can't faint. Even an elder is still, I'm an elder myself, but there's other elders I look up to that are older than me and been in the truth longer, and those are my elders. But if they go off on something, I'm not taking my fringes off and going back in the world. I'm going to just say that elder made a mistake. Matter of fact, I'm going to pray for him and say, Most High, give him the proper understanding and forgive him, especially if he didn't teach something false purposely. That was just the understanding he had at the time. Where's the mercy at, Israel? Damn, you want to chop everybody's head off. The One West camps lie. Right? y'all just looking for blood, man. Damn. Where's the mercy? Right? And that's what we did with our elders. We said, look, we give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just taught what they understood at the time. A lot of y'all hate One West so much. But a lot of it is jealousy and envy and competition too. All right. But anyway, it says, that's it on that. I just wanted the Galatians 6 and 9. Don't be weary in well-doing, meaning don't give up or get worn out from doing righteousness. All right. We're not talking about that right now. I'm not taking none of that because that's not the topic that we're on. I will take questions or comments at the end. All right. Galatians, Luke 1 and 17. Yeah, Kern. Luke 1 and 17. And it reads thus and so. It says, and he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias. This is talking about John the Baptist, all right? To turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. So what did John the Baptist come to do? He came to baptize Israel spiritually. And Yahushua baptized him. And the baptism came through Yahushua also. But the true baptism is the renewing and the washing of the mind, the repentance in the Most High's word. So what do we have to do? We have to be renewed and made ready, a people prepared for the Lord. So World War III maybe, but are you ready? Luke 1:17. Ba Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Kwame Shada. Short lesson, y'all, to the point. There's a million more precepts we can get on that, but I just want to get into that tonight because what I'm seeing. I'm like, oh, you know, last week I'm watching all this war coverage on CNN. Now Trump cursing them out because he said, look, I told y'all to have a ceasefire and y'all still over there bombing, goddammit. Salakia, y'all, no folly. Ba Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Let me get a couple of new moon scriptures because tonight is the new moon, 4th month. Let's go to Numbers 28. And let me show y'all something, right? Numbers 28 and 11. And then I'm going to jump down to Numbers 29 and 1. Right now, I was dealing with a brother a few years back. A brother was saying that you guys are going off. You're teaching the people wrong. You camps, you One West camps are teaching the people wrong because we're not supposed to keep the new moon. The new moon is not in the law. But if you know what the law is the first 5 books of the Bible. Genesis to Deuteronomy. What is called the Torah, Tawarah in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, which is instruction. All right? So now, Numbers 28 and 11, it says, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall offer burnt offering unto Yahweh, 2 young bullocks, and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without blemish. Right? So in the beginning of our months, Numbers the 28th chapter, Shalom, SOT in the building, Ashar Kadash Sharab. Numbers the 28th chapter and the 29th chapter gives us the offerings for every feast day. So Numbers 28:11 says what? The beginning of your months. You link that up with Numbers 10 and 10. So that's the new moon. The beginning of the month is the new moon. Now, let's jump over to Numbers 29 and 1 because the brother was trying to tell me, well, the new moon is not in the law. I said, well, what about Leviticus? He was trying to say Leviticus 23. It's not, because a lot of Hebrews feel the only feast days we're supposed to acknowledge are in Leviticus 23. So I said, what is Leviticus 23? 23 to 25. That's the memorial blowing of the trumpets, but that's the new moon, the 7th month. That's the high new moon. But he tried to say, well, it doesn't say anything about regular new moons in there. I said, yes, because the law in Numbers 10 and Numbers 28 gives you the law of the regular new moon. So you can't just confine the Most High to Leviticus 23. Yes, the major feast days are listed there, but he gave us other feasts. He added feast days and days of celebration. All right, so Numbers 29 and 1. And in the 7th month, on the first day of the month, which would be the new moon, 7th month, ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. It is a day of blowing the trumpets unto you. And remember, a lot of times we call it the Feast of Trumpets or memorial blowing of the trumpets. But that's the first day of the 7th month. So Numbers 28:11, we read in the beginning of your months, plural. So every beginning of the month is a new moon. It's a day of celebration and the law that we're supposed to keep. Everybody understand? By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. I just thought about that tonight because I said it's the new moon. I remember the conversation me and a brother had. So if they ever come to you and say you're not supposed to keep the new moon, it's not in Leviticus 23, you got to go to Numbers 10 and 10, Numbers 28 and 11, and then Numbers 29 and 7, and then go back to Leviticus 23 through 25. Everybody understand? Give me a con 777. All right. A quick cut on these people that say, I don't know, I think these Israelites be lazy with keeping the feast days. I mean, who don't want to come together and pray, read some scriptures, eat, drink, and be merry? Who don't want to do that? Right? Let me block some of these people up on here. I'll block a few people. I know. I'm going to say it to y'all, wish y'all come back. Right? I got to get some mods up here. I'm going to say it to y'all, wish y'all come back. All right, 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. Behold, I build an house to the name of Yahweh my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for continued showbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening, on the Sabbaths and on the new moons, and on the solemn feasts of Yahweh our power. This is an ordinance forever to Israel. So Solomon just said he's building the house. All right. He said he's building a house unto the Most High Power Yahweh. And when he builds a temple, he's going to burn all the offerings that he read about, that's in the law, Numbers 28 and 29, on the Sabbaths, on the new moons, and on all the solemn feasts of the Lord. So even Solomon acknowledged the new moon and said he's going to burn the offerings on the new moon from Numbers 28, 11 through 15, and Numbers 29 and 1. 29, 1 through 7. Salakia. Brother Gabar in the building. Ty Davis in the building. Come inshallah. All right. So that's it on that. Where we going from there? Let's go to Psalm 104. Let's go to Psalm 104. Just a few scriptures on the new moon and the moon in general. Since we're celebrating tonight the dark moon, which is the new moon. We have another controversy in Israel. Some people celebrate the first crescent, right? The crescent moon, which is 2 nights. It will be 2 nights from tonight. We still see the dark moon, but some brothers are converting over to the crescent moon. It's all good. All right, we're gonna address that later. Psalms 104 verse 19. He appointed the moon for seasons. Every 3 new moons, you get a new season. There's 12 months in a year, 4 seasons. Every 3 new moons, depending on how you calculate, you're going to get a different season. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. All right. All right, El Teller, just listen, brother. Okay, listen. When the time comes, when I finish, you can make your comments or ask your questions. That's understandable. Yeah, I just got to learn a little patience, Israel. That's all. I think Ephraim posted that. Learn a little patience. And we have classes 4 days a week that y'all can tune in and ask questions and get understanding. We got camp videos. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. The word is going out everywhere. And not just us, other camps. All right. So that was Psalms 104 and 19. On the new moon feast, you can also read about different ordinances of the moon. You don't just particularly have to read about the new moon per se. You can read about different ordinances of the moon. All right. Yeah, Ezekiel 46. Ezekiel 46 and 1. Ezekiel 46 and 1 that can be used to prove that the new moon is also a Sabbath. All right, along with you can also use Amos 8, 4, and 5. All right, I believe it is. Let me look it up. We don't have to get it. Let me look it up real quick. Amos 8, I believe 4 and 5. Yeah, Amos 8, 4 through 7. No, 4 through 6. Amos 8, 4 through 6, with Ezekiel 46 and 1 to prove that the new moon is also a Shabbat. So yes, tonight is a Shabbat. It's the same restrictions as the regular Shabbat, except for you can eat and drink, cook, and feast because you're feasting for the new moon. You can do anything that has to do with the new moon. Outside of that, nothing else. Well, that's what we understand at H.O.I. Other brothers may have different understanding. That's what we understand here. All right. So yeah, again, Ezekiel 46:1 with Amos 8:4-6 to prove that the new moon is also a Shabbat, along with various other scriptures. Let's go to the Apocrypha from there. Shalom SOT Nakama Khan Kwame. Is y'all new moon tonight, Ak, or tomorrow? I know sometimes y'all a day after us. Shout out to SOT. Young priest, y'all were all in the SOT family. Let's go to Sirach. Right. Let's go to Second Ezra Salaki. Let me get the one in Second Ezra's. Let's go to Second Ezra 6. Second Ezra 6 and 45. Upon the fourth day, thou commandest that the sun should shine, and the moon give her light, and the stars should be in order, and gavest them a charge to do service unto man that was to be made. Right? Okay, Khan, you in New Zealand, you're in a different time zone, Khan. Yeah, you have to adjust according to what time zone you in. So 2 Ezra 6, 45 and 46 goes with Genesis 1, 14-19. The creation of the moon was to do service unto man. One of the services unto man is the cycles of the moon. From the dark moon to the first crescent to the half moon, the full moon, and then the waning gibbous back to the dark moon. That service is for us to calculate time and know how to calculate the new moons and the feast days. One of the services. All right, so that was the ordinance of the moon. All right, Luke 21. Luke 21:25. Luke 21 and 25. And it reads thus and so. I'm going to block some of these people. They, again, asking questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. So we're going to block these people. Now, some of y'all coming on here new and you don't know anybody, you're just asking a question in general. Just wait. Wait, let me be done. I'm almost done with the main part of the lesson. Okay, Khan, y'all doing good. The viewers match the likes. Salakia. Let me get some power in here. So I don't go out. All right, Khan. All right, Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And we just witnessed that. All right, there was uproars of the people with distress of the nations with perplexity. You just had all them ice riots. All right, and there was rioting in different states. It got wild in L.A. I was out in L.A. I didn't see anything, but it was out there. I just wasn't in the areas where the smoke was at. All right, but people were sending me videos. You were seeing it on the news. Marines had to be called in, National Guard. They throwing bricks and boulders at the LAPD and the sheriffs. So yeah, right. And the sea and the waves roar, meaning the nations in an uproar. We just saw that with Iran, Israel, and America, and all the other nations that are affected and was talking tough also. Right, we're backing up Iran, we backing up Israel, we backing up America, whatever. All right, so we living in real-time prophecy. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, the nations are going to be shaken up. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So when these things start to happen, what? Lift up your heads because Yahushua is on his way to deliver the children of Israel. All right. And there's going to be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations. We're going to see signs in the heavens. All right. So in this new moon, we get into that also. I think we got a super moon coming up, I think in August or September. Whatever the case may be, you know, you got lunar eclipses and different things. Most I'll be showing us signs. All right. So one more, Colossians 2, 16 and 17. Colossians 2, 16 and 17 to close out on this new moon here, right? Get it right, Israel. Get ready, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? It could be so-called peace today, destruction and war tomorrow. Ceasefire today, nuclear fire tomorrow. Con? Everybody give me a con 777. All right? So, Colossians 2 and 16. Remember the scriptures say in Isaiah 33 and 1, woe unto thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and that dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, that's when you're going to be spoiled. We don't have to get to Isaiah 33 and 1. I like to use scriptures word for what they be saying in the media. All right, Kern? Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Yahushua. So what are we doing? We are rehearsing the righteous acts. Some of y'all, you got a different understanding. You be condescending with it. Why you got to talk to brothers like they're less than you because they have a different understanding? Especially if a brother's sincere. I see a lot of y'all up there, you boasting and bragging that you got the right new moon. All right, bring out your doctrine and your strong reasoning and present it to brothers. Well, why the pride got to be there? Why you got to talk down on brothers? Why you got to be condescending? Even if you feel a brother's getting proud and stubborn and you don't know what you... Hold on, brother, wait a minute. I've studied and I research, and this is what I came up with, and I believe. Because who the hell told you you're right? You're not Yahushua. You're right according to your research, and yes, you might be right. When Yahushua come back, he might be like, you did the right study and you got it. But who the hell are you? Israel needs to humble themselves. Even as an elder, if I catch myself being too proud, I check myself. Humble your ass down, Zabak. So brothers, man, chill out. Why a brother got to be less than you because he got a different understanding? Like I said, especially if the brother's sincere. That's the way I see it. You got to make mockery and ridicule. And some of y'all think that's cool. Oh, come on, brothers. We just having a little fun. It's just a competitive spirit. Is the Sabbath based on a new moon? No, we don't teach that here at H.O.I. We don't believe in a lunar Sabbath. Those that do, fine for them. That's according to their research. But no, we don't believe in a lunar Sabbath. All right. But yeah, you got to stop that doctrine pride, Israel, because the Most High going to humble y'all. All right, your new moon is 2 days later than mine. You go by the first crescent. When you see the moon, when you see the new moon, that's when you know it's the new moon. Okay, fine. I still believe it's the dark moon. I believe it's new when it's dark. So humble yourself. Okay, I did research. I think I got the right understanding. Yo, the best thing y'all can do is just put your information out there. You ain't even got to go back and forth with brothers. I know debates are healthy because you can see both sides of the argument, even though a lot of debates are pride and doctrine pride fest. That's what I call them. They're doctrine pride fest. It's a doctrine pride festival, but a debate can be healthy because you can understand both sides of the argument. And you can say, I don't agree with this side, All right. Yeah, it's a big clubhouse debate. That's what Israel want to talk about. Israel love, oh my goodness, it gets disgusting. Because we focus on the wrong thing, even with this Bible in our hand and this truth. We focus on the wrong thing, that pride, ego, competition. Oh man. All right, but yeah, be humble with your doctrine. If you discover something in the spirit, bring it out. The best thing to do is make a video about it, and those that gonna see it, gonna see it. Those that gonna disagree. Some brothers may not even watch it. They may be like, brother, I'm solid in what I understand. No, I'm not being proud of nothing, but I'm a hold fast to Yahweh shall come with all what I was already taught and what I still understand. And let me say this through the spirit, to be humble. That's not out of pride. That's playing it safe. A lot of times that's playing it safe because you never know. You don't want to be tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Man, no, I'm solid in what I understand. May the Most High have mercy. I may check it out, brother. I may not. Pray for me that I don't just stay in the wrong understanding purposely, that the Most High open my eyes. And if Yahweh shall come back and I was wrong on how I taught something, may the Most High Yahweh shall have mercy and I still make it into the kingdom. That's it, brother. You going on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram rants, Clubhouse rants, proud, being negative, proud, condescending, going back and forth, getting disrespectful, getting reckless, all kinds of madness, man. We got to stop that, Israel. Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Yahweh Shai. I don't believe in a lunar Sabbath, but I don't go around mocking brothers about that. I may tease brothers a little bit. Hey, what day is your Sabbath this month, Ak? All right, every Tuesday you can't do this. But it's just all in fun. But I don't go on a campaign of mocking and ridiculing and belittling people. No, I just don't see it. It don't make sense to me. But to brothers, well, show me a Friday night Sabbath in the Bible. Show me where it says Friday night. That's their understanding. To them, they don't see, Yeah, man. We all need to humble ourselves, brother. It's all good. But all I'm saying is when it comes to, we know there's passion. Right? You're passionate about what you believe in. You're Jude 1 and 3. We supposed to earnestly contend for the faith. You're supposed to defend the gospel. We understand that. But there's still a way to do it in humility and love and respect for your brother and sister, even if you disagree. That's all I'm saying. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. And you can't tell no brother or sister, Most High going to kill you when he come back because you don't see it. He going to kill you. You can't do that because your ass could be wrong and the angels might kill you. So humble yourself and watch your words. Every idle word you shall speak, you're going to give account thereof in a day of judgment. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. So with that, World War III, maybe, but are you ready? Bars by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. All right, and new moon, 4th month. Just a few scriptures on the new moon. Come inshallah. All right, so any questions or comments? It's late. I'll take a few. Any questions or comments? I'll take a few. But I want to go back. What was that, brother or sister? I don't know if that's a brother or a sister. Kellyo Israel, are they still on here? Somebody named Kellyo Israel. Okay, Kellyo Israel, are you on there? And explain, if you're still on there, explain what you was talking about. I don't want to misquote you. Your comment is kind of far up. I have respect to persons in judgment. Are you still on there? Kellyo Israel. Khalil. Kellyo Israel, yeah. I notice you're selective in judgment as well. Let me see if I'm not going to answer. I'm selective in who I rebuke. Give an example. Swag Society. Give me 1 second. Do you believe it will be less than 1/3 saved in America? There's 110 million of us in America. The 144 and the 1/3 gonna come from all over the earth. Kelly L. Israel. Who are you, a brother or sister? And are you from a camp? You said yes. I notice you're selective, extremely selective in who you rebuke. Give me an example. I underbar Swag Society. Give me an example of who I selectively rebuke. If you see people in Israel sinning, you should rebuke them publicly. I guess you mean sinning. Who did I not rebuke in Israel that was sinning? Because you got to understand something. Because we don't make a video about it's like that's what y'all want. Because we don't make a video about every damn situation in Israel, I would have no life. If I sat on here and rebuked every sin like you want me to, or you think I should, then I wouldn't have, you know how much stuff I know about in Israel? So I would have to make a video about every single situation to please you. Now, do I rebuke brothers and sisters to their face? Yes. Do I call them on the phone if I'm not in their face? Yes. Do I have personal relationships with a lot of brothers and sisters that I correct when you're not around, Kelly L. Israel? Yes, I do. You don't see me you don't see every time I correct an Israelite. Now, if anybody know me, I do lessons all the time on wickedness in Israel. I don't call out every single person by name. A lot of times I say if the shoe fits, wear it. Or I'll start off with I don't even like to say if the shoe fits, wear it, because then Israel think you taking a jab. It's a slight. It's a sub. He's talking about me. Okay, if that makes you feel better tonight, then fine. Okay, Kelly L. Israel. If that makes you feel better. So be the example. I want to see the video where you rebuke every form of sin that you see in Israel. All right? And I know what you're doing. I know what you're really doing. But let me finish what I was saying. Right? A lot of times what I do, I see stuff going on in Israel, and I'll see several incidences of it. No, I'm not going to sit there and make a video about 20 different damn people. What I will do is I would say I see something going on in Israel, and I'm going to address it. And guess what? Them 20 people, it might be 200 other people. For example, stop being worried. What the hell are you talking about? Y'all people are bugged out. Romans 10:21. All day long I've stretched forth my hand to a disobedient and gainsaying people. Yeah, it is about you feeling better. Because first of all, I didn't finish explaining myself, and you still gainsaying on the comment board. I didn't even finish explaining myself. You just want to have something that you can say that I'm selective with judgment in Israel, which you don't know me, brother, sister, whoever you are. So I was actually explaining how I do rebuke all wickedness in Israel. But if we know about 100 people doing something in Israel, are we to sit and make 100 videos about each person? No. We say, look, this is going on in Israel, And if you're guilty of it, you better repent and stop. All right? So please, I don't know what you're getting out of the gainsaying, right? No, you're famished. All right? That's what it is. You probably want me to talk, you like a lot of people, you want me to talk about a specific situation that you lusting after to hear about. That's what it is. But there's stuff that go on all over Israel. There's stuff that goes on in private that people don't know about, that we deal with, rebuke, and counsel people in person. And no, we don't take that public because we deal with those people in counsel. All right? I'm not worried about myself with what people think. You don't know me, brother, sister, whoever the hell you are. You don't know me. You don't know me. So I know what you're doing. You're talking about a specific incident or maybe a few specific incidents in Israel that you feel I should have just spoke on. You're not talking about every incident in Israel. Because if that was the case, that would be impossible. I couldn't do a video on every single damn incident I know in Israel. So you make no damn sense right now. All right, I don't expect sincerity from you either. You a gainsayer and you coming up here trying to paint a narrative because a certain situation you wanted me to make a video on. I know what the hell you're talking about. You a damn gainsayer. And I'm not in my feelings. I'm good. And if you really want to have a conversation with me, hit me up. Because that's all it is. It's probably a certain situation, and we probably all know what that is, that you felt I should speak on. Right? And do you know how many situations are going on in Israel, even behind the scenes? People that actually need real counseling and correction. People that are going off, but they struggling with different things. People that are crying. People that are suicidal. People that are saying, Elder, please, I need help. They admitting to what they're doing wrong. So I should make a video on every person to fulfill you? No. You want me to make a video on a specific situation. I know what the hell you talking about. And if I be a bet man, I could probably figure out who you are. Stop it, man. And don't confuse my passion. But stop the gainsaying pettiness in Israel. It's that old situation that you and everybody else wanted us to talk about. All right? Now you got off the comment board because you know you just whistling Dixie. All right? So come on, stop it. Y'all know the stuff that we deal with as elders? What about the stuff y'all don't know about? What about that? What about the people that's going through real stuff out here that y'all don't even know about? We supposed to make a video about them too. Somebody coming to us saying, listen, I'm struggling with this sin. We'll be making videos about Israel's personal sins all day. Come on, stop it. And I like I said again, and I'm going to leave this right here. I believe I know the incident that you're talking about, that I'm being selective on, that I didn't speak out about, and I made 3 damn videos on it. So stop it. Like I said, y'all don't confuse my passion for anything else, but I'm tired of these damn gainsaying Israelites. This running their damn mouth, and whoever the hell this Heliel Israel is, they don't even know me. Because I damn sure don't know you. Not you, Hallel Israel. The wicked flee. Now, I don't know. I don't even know who that person is. And they'll never come to me and have a real conversation with me. They won't. So I'm good, Israel. Don't confuse my passion for anything else. Israel always want to come to just a gainsaying damn nation, man. Right. Make a video about every wicked family member you have. You're selective of who you correct. And I know SOT soldier, Mahad, that we know probably the incident that they talking about. And I made 3 videos on that situation. Should we not be trying to teach or wake up our people if we ourselves are still learning, growing, and don't have the full knowledge, wisdom, understanding? You can teach them what you know. Teach what you know. But I would say this. Only teach people that want to learn. A lot of times people waste your time. They ask questions to make mockery. You teach them and then they go back and laugh at you. So try to read people's spirit and make sure they sincere. Only teach people that's really asking because they really want to learn. And just try to read the spirit. But no, you can teach them what you know. As you grow in knowledge, you teach them what you know. And if you're a family member or a friend, they ask a question and you don't know it, just come back to the brothers and get the answer. All right? The scriptures don't say. The scriptures don't say. It doesn't give a time frame. you still gay. Kelly out Israel, whoever you are, hit me up. Hit me up personally. If we can have a brother to brother conversation or brother to sister. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I don't recognize that name. You just mad because I ain't talk about that situation like you wanted me to, but I did speak on it 3 different videos. Yeah, a lot of scoffers, man. But it's all good. I'm not mad at nobody. You want to have a real conversation with me, hit me up. We can go here on a comment board, but I'm not going to be on here all night. Hit me up. We can talk about it. If I'm near your city, we can come. We can have tea, and you can talk to me. Hit me in my face. Yeah, I believe Northern Kingdom is being judged because of their love for America and Blanco. And some of them actually voted for Trump. But it's also Revelation 12:12. Satan is coming down having great wrath because he know he got a short time. So it's signs of the times. You know, Trump said he was going to throw them out the country. He threw them out the country. Right? The Lord, the scriptures say every man shall turn to his own people. And a lot of the so-called Mexicans are getting proud and saying, well, our country is better. So people are like, but why are you here? So some of them say they come here because of them. They only come here for the money. But as far as the country is, their country is better. All right, but yeah, Northern Kingdom is being judged because the white man's showing you that he's your enemy. And a lot of you love Blanco, you hate on Moreno, and vice versa. So I'm not being partial. The scriptures say in Ephraim and Judah would envy and hate each other. Everything is judgment in one way or another. And the Most High showing us you can't trust in this society. They'll let you in to work for nothing, then they'll kick you out. And Trump is being that hardliner that he said he was going to be. Is he still trying to build that damn wall? What happened to the wall? I ain't hear no talk of the wall in a while. But yeah, any more questions or comments, man? It's getting late on here. I'm gonna get up off of here, y'all. The water for still being up with the elder. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. 72 people in here and 61 likes. So you think the white man is your problem, and that's because it's built? Because what's built? Yeah, the white man is our... I have a 50-50 theory. This is just my personal thing. But, hold on, Issachar. I have a 50-50 theory. I believe half of our problem is the so-called white man and him being a devil and persecuting us as a people. And the other half is our problem, our rebellion and stubbornness against keeping the commandments of the Most High. But that's just me. What about brothers who have to work 60 plus hours a week? Esau gives us no time to do the work. Just wants us to be busy and wants us to have no time to think with the Most High. Of course, the Most High will understand. Pray that you get a better paying job where you can work less hours and make that same money to be able to pay your bills. Or some days you got to go without sleep and still make time to do the work. Barakatah, Brother Ephraim. Anybody else? That's talking about us fighting against our enemies. In the last days, we're going to fight against Esau and the other nations. All right, anybody else? I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Kelly L. Israel, you still there? Let's talk about it, brother or sister, whoever you are. You in the city near me? Let's talk about it. Huh? You wanted me to make 5 cuckold videos? Oh man, y'all funny, Israel. Israel something else. The next new moon is July. Good question, Kingdom Minded. July 23rd. Wednesday, July 23rd at even. Then you know, because of the Talmud, the Talmud is a perverted book that ain't gonna make us lose nothing. We're gonna win through the Bible. We're gonna conquer. It tells you in Revelations, we overcometh them by the blood of the Lamb and his word. I'm paraphrasing, but the hell with the Talmud. We ain't gonna lose a damn thing to the Talmud. The Talmud. Throw that book in the mud. I'm Christ-like, but I'm not a religious Christian like you think in the churches. But I'm Christ-like, yes. We are Hebrew Israelites, and Christ is our Messiah. We believe in the Heavenly Father and his Son, and he's our Messiah. All right. Yeah, Issachar, do the best you can, man. I know working 60 hours a week. I know, man, when I used to work the 9 to 5. I used to do doubles, man. I used to go to work 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometime. Don't get home till 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. You know, that's why I prayed to the Most High. I just prayed to the Most High that he can give me a small business where I can stay flexible. I'm not balling or nothing, but it pays the bills. But the good thing about a 9 to 5 is you know what you make. You know what you make. Kingdom breakdown on Christ, Yahweh shall be in Solomon. Yeah, that's the elders taught us that in One West, and I still subscribe to that. But certain doctrines we kind of don't go into sometimes because everybody may not be ready for it. But most I will, if the Spirit move us, we'll go into that. Yes. The Israelites first, then the actual other nations. Josh Carter Ortiz. What do I con people out of? I don't con nobody out of nothing, brother. I have a small business. Oh, you talking to Issachar? What kind of work you do? Yeah, you're doing doubles out in that Arizona heat. That's no joke. Straight cult, you said Will Shine, then you can get the hell up out of here. Since we're a cult, don't listen to us. Get out of here. You're an engineer. That's good, brother. Just as long as you're not working out in the damn heat. But if you have to, you got to do what you got to do. Stay hydrated. Try to stay as cool as you can. You got to make your daily bread. All right, that's it, family. I'm going to get out of here, man. Yeah, everybody, you know, a lot of brothers, we had brought that out years ago. And A lot of brothers was not ready to understand that Solomon, the connection between the spirit with Solomon and Yahweh. So I remember, and we had a big council about that years ago in the old house of Israel, and we had to bring it out. No, we're not all equal to the Most High. The Israelites are superior. Deuteronomy 7:6 said we're above all nations. That's the way the Lord made it. We are superior to all people. Anybody else? Khan. There's a lot of different teachings in Israel now. You know, everybody, everybody's doing their own independent study or whatever. And I'm not knocking nobody, Shalom Kazak. I'm not knocking nobody because, brothers doing their own studies and whatever the Spirit showed them. Like I said, if we're wrong, may the Most High have mercy. But that's not for you to be proud or negative or disrespectful to your brother or, condescending or whatever. All right, the Most High dealing with you, he dealing with you. All praises. SOT, Shalom, yeah, staying up with the elder, all praises. Come here, Shalom. Let me light some Frank and myrrh. And I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to pray out, but I'm going to pray out. I'm going to pray out privately tonight. Sometimes we pray on the video, sometimes we pray privately. But y'all can all do y'all little prayer and close out the new moon. Thank the Most High for another new moon. And all praises. Nah, my brother, that's a one-shot banner right there. Nah. It hit me up, man. I'll think about it. But that was a unique design that a brother did for me. And I just wanted a banner for my office for when I do my videos, and the brother hooked it up for me and I had it printed. But I don't know, brother. It's one of a kind, brother. One of a kind. Nah. I'll think about it. But shout out to Aisha Yar, H.O.I, N.Y, and J. The brother hooked up the graphics for me and I had the banner made. My brother, you got to get your own. You can't even get your own. That's one of a kind. Nah, no folly. All right, family, I'm out of here like last year. A house blew up with fireworks. No, I didn't see that. I'll look that story up. And somebody said something about Beyonce's T-shirt. I'll look those up. I'll look those stories up. Shalom Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter. All right, family. Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. Bring it out. H.O.I to them elders about H.O.I to them chariots fly. Only screaming if you mean it. Ashar Kadash Sharak. Kwame Ashala. Remember, family, it's all love. It's nothing personal. It's all the spiritual business of the Most High. Yahweh Shah said if he be lifted up, he'll, that's old school. If Yahweh shall be lifted up, he will draw all men unto us. If y'all learned one thing tonight, then the elder done his job. If you learned one thing you didn't know, if you relearned something that you knew already, if you heard some scriptures that you heard a million times, but you heard them again, then I've done my job. All praise to the Most High, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, forever and ever. Amen. Ashar Kadash Sharak. Happy new Brew moon 4th month. Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. Salaki. Hallelujah. We still got next. Bring it out. H.O.I to them chariots fly. Only screaming if you mean it. Much love to all you brothers and sisters in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It's all love to the nation. Anything, man. You need to holler at me about anything. Holler at me. We can talk. Any of you brothers and sisters, as long as you come respectful, We can have a grown man and woman spiritual conversation in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. If you come with BS and disrespect, I'm going to tell you where you can go. All right, so all praise to the Most High, the Mashiach Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yashala. We still got next. Bring it out. All praise to the Most High, the Mashiach Yahweh Shai, forever and ever. Amen. Ashar Kadash Arak, happy new moon, 4th month. World War III, maybe, but are you ready? Luke 1:17, Matthew 24:13. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Happy new moon, 4th month, Israel. Shalom. Kun. Kwam Yashala. Kun. Oh, Salakia. Damn, I forgot one thing. Salakia. Don't forget those in the DC, Washington, D.C., DMV area, or if you want to travel, 8th annual 4th of July White House Rebuke Camp, 12 p.m. Friday, July 4th, 2025, 12 p.m. till sundown. Also, Saturday, July 5th, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., camp in Washington, D.C., downtown Washington, D.C., and meet and greet 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's July 5th, 2025, all in the Washington, D.C., DMV area. Email me, houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. If you're interested in coming, we can give you the details. We have a room block. We have a uniformity garments that we're getting for the men and the women. And we're having a weekend, a 2-day weekend of camp celebration, meet and greet, and a few other things, a few other surprises we got for the family. All right. Hosted by H.O.I, also by Watchmen for Israel. We may have maybe a few brothers from SOT or other camps come through. But come on through, Israel. All are welcome, long as you cordial and you're respectful and you have a rapport with H.O.I. It's all love. Come on through, come in decency and in order, and support the 8th annual 4th of July Rebuke. All right. So again, Salakia about that, y'all. I know I've been saluting y'all out for like the last 20 minutes. All praise to the Most High, Mashiach Yahweh Shai again. Elder, priest, brothers of Bach, whatever title you want to bestow upon me, long as it's sincerity and humility. H.O.I to them chariots fly, only screaming if you mean it. All the camps in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the 4 corners of the earth. We still got next, bring it out. H.O.I pull-up boys, all the camps in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Kwame Yashala, we still got next, hallelujah. Bring it out. All praise to the Most High and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom. Kun. Kwame Yashala. Happy new moon, 4th month. Shalom.